Good morning, afternoon, evening. This is the One Man Militia, and I'm here to do a behind the scenes of a gun collection. Normally, when we see someone's gun collection, we usually see the firearms that's presented on hand. Usually, we see the guns that are already modified. They already have all of the flashlights on. They have all of the accessories added on that the owner wants, and usually there's a lot of spare parts. They tend to be forgotten about until when we have to revert the gun back to its original form for whatever reason, or if we have to replace a part with its original part because of malfunctioning or something. But basically, I'm gonna take you all through a tour of my excess parts with the gun collections, and it is quite a bit. Because about a month ago, I had about maybe a little bit longer, month and a half ago or so, I had about 99 firearms in my collection. I did downsize it to about 75 to try to make room. But what I did, my criteria was to keep the third generation Smith & Wessons, the Elite Series, and the Performance Center 1911s, the Performance Center revolvers. I did keep my M&P 15 rifle, M&P 10 rifle as well, and I narrowed down my Remington 870s and my shotguns down to Magpul furniture, and my two most unique ones, the Stoker Double Defense over under, and also the Charles Daly Triple Honcho. And it doesn't affect the knives. I still have my Smith & Wesson knife collection as well. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and go through some of the accessories here. We'll start off with these holsters. Well, I guess the very first thing, some Blaze 9mm ammo. It's just the practice stuff. I'm going to have to use that on the 986 that I recently purchased when I test fire it. As far as my holsters here, this is a Phobos holster. This is for a 1911 style. If you remember the video about the holster that holds the most guns, I still have about 10 of those that holds that's a 1911 for that Phobos holster. And then I have the spare magazine holder. This holds two single stack 45 ACP magazines for the 1911. I do have a couple of revolver holsters. This particular one fits the 686 in case I do decide to conceal carry a revolver. This is a Phobos spare moon clip. Holds two 686 moon clips. So that's about another 686 holds 7 apiece, another 14 rounds on tap. And then this is just a holster that came with one of the firearms, the 686 also, but I think I can fit the 986 into this one as well. And then Phobos, it does hold moon clips for the 986 also. These accessories right here, this is just cleaning supplies. The rim oil that I use to lubricate and clean the firearms, and just a few rags. Now we'll go ahead and go through the behind the scenes on the accessories here. We'll start off with this Crimson Trace box. You remember this from the video. Crimson Trace that I put on the 586 revolver, and I still have the receipt, the spare hand grip as well in the Crimson Trace box. It also has this little tools that it came with. This here is a Rapture hand grip. Apparently I got it to try to go on the Remington V3 Tech 13. Unfortunately, I was unable to get it to work because this goes on the TAC 14 models, but it's just a spare part, just like all others. And This is the spare parts bag. Don't mind the sunflowers on the bag. But basically, we have some of these little bore bosses. Basically, I have them for pretty much every firearm that I have. Not every firearm, but for every caliber of firearm that I have. This one fits the 7.62 by 51, which is for the or the 308 Winchester, which is for the M&P 10. This is a 9mm one, so this one would go good with the 59 series and also the 986 models. And then this right here is a bushing that I got from Mesa Tactical when I tried to convert my V3 Tech 13 back to its original form. Unfortunately, the Rapture hand grip didn't fit on it, so I'm still kind of in the market for that as well. And this is the freebie from the heat shields. If you remember the heat shields that I put on the firearms, this is the freebie for the Mossberg that they gave me as well. This is a set of hand grips as well. And I believe it goes to one of the, no, it goes to the, I think it goes to one of the 686s, or it might go to the 986, but set of hand grips as well. These right here are whole hand grips. These are the rubber ones in case I do get another 30, well, it fits the 39 series with decocker on slide, but it's just a spare one in case I get a, I guess a 59 series firearm that it can fit on. And I have a whole, most of this bag is these right here. And I do have a lot of 3rd generation Smith & Wessons, and so I have a whole lot of these because I did change these plastic hand grips for the whole hand grips. I did change those out. And if you remember in the last several unboxing, I always had owner's manuals. So when you collect huge amount of firearms as such, these are various owner manuals for the semi-autos, revolvers, and as such. And it's going to, we're probably going to come across more owner's manuals as well. These are more owner's manuals, and this particular one is a manual for TK Customs if you want to get custom parts for a revolver, like moon clips or, you know, different accessories for a revolver. This here is more accessories as well. I mean, more manuals, and also I have several of these ATF youth handgun safety as well. And this is another hand grip. It's another plastic one here. This also is another Tech 14 Rapture hand grip. And you might be wondering, why do I have two of them? Well, I had this one originally, and I found out that this was a Tech 14. So I ended up purchasing the next one right here. And when I took it to the gunsmith to get it changed out, I found out that this one apparently is a Tech 14 also, because it didn't fit the V3 Tech 13. But that one was advertised for the Tech 13. So we got two of those, which I will be sending one back. This here is a holster as well. When I purchased my 629, the Performance Center 44 Magnum, normally I don't conceal carry a 44 Magnum. It is a paddle style grip here, a paddle style holder, where it just goes on the side of your pants. Apparently the previous owner did conceal carry it, so they had a fuzzy holster. And we got another bore snake. This is for 44, 45 caliber. As with any gun, you do have a few locks. No, I don't have all 99 locks. I do have a few locks here and there, though. I do keep all of my firearms locked up safely. Let's see, spare instructions as well. And this one here is, this is one of the Smith & Wesson, I guess the little test fire. What they usually do is they'll test fire one of their firearms, and they'll send you a shell as such. And this is a shell for 45 ACP. So apparently this came with one of my it came with one of my 1911 styles. It does have the serial number on it. I could track it down later and figure out which firearm it came to. And of course, I did have to get a Mount Olive pickle jar to keep track of all of the little accessories that come with O-lights, such as the little screws. If anybody order O-lights, you know you get like little screws and little torque wrenches, that kind of stuff. And with me getting rid of a few of my firearms, I do have a surplus of 4 O-lights. Those are the PL Mini 1500 Pro Valkyries. And I do have one 600 lumen that goes on the handgun. The other ones go on the long guns. When I do sell my firearms back to gun stores, I don't sell back the accessories. They're not going to give you as much back. So, let's see. This right here is some beeswax. I did purchase this to go on the wooden stock of the Charles Daly Triple Honcho in the Stoker Double Defense, and it's just something to try to keep up the wooden stock so it doesn't dry out. That's a cap for one of the rim oils. More hand grips. We have O-Light Velcro sticky. Don't have any use for it right now, but it's there if I ever want to have an O-Light thing. Another hand grip as well for one of the revolvers. We'll pretty much narrow this down to, this is a bag. It has a bore snake for a 12 gauge. And as you've seen, I have roughly about 8 12 gauges over there. Well, I got the firearms too, so that's another 4. Plus the little V3. But basically, other than that, this is another spent round or a spent shell here. This one goes to the 586. The revolver 586, which I did put the Crimson Trace on. If you remember that video about Crimson Trace on the 586. Let's see here. We got another lock as well. Basically, everything in this bag here are just various hand grips. I'll take you on a tour through the gun collection as well. Oh, we got another spent casing right here as well. The writing is kind of smudged on it, but it's another spent casing as well. But basically, this whole bag, other than those few different accessories, this whole bag has the hand grips for those 3rd generation Smith & Wessons that I changed out. And this right here is the choke key, and these are accessories like the back straps. This goes to the M&P 12, the bullpup shotgun by Smith & Wesson. When I did purchase it in May of 2021. Another hand grip. This is actually a compact 45 hand grip. So if I ever get another third generation compact 45, I have an extra whole hand grip I can accessorize it with. Got another lock, lime green. More hand grips as well. Even though they, and I didn't mention this earlier, but even though they're inside of a Hogue packaging, these are the original plastic hand grips. What I did was when I took the firearm in to the gunsmith, at some point I took in several of them. He was a very nice gentleman. He put on these hand grips free of charge because I'm always in the gun store. And I would bring my rubber Hogue hand grips in a package unopened. He would put on the hand grip on the firearm and he would take the original one off and put it in the package in place of the new one. So if you see a lot of Hogue automatic pistol stocks hand grip packaging, most of these are just the original hand grip. The rubber hand grip is on the firearm itself. Got more cleaning rags as well. Let's see here. We have I have an Olight here as well. This one's kind of taken apart here, but it has like the different attachments and everything to put on the firearm. When I did purchase this Olight, it was like one of the first ones I purchased. Since then, I kind of switched over to those PL Valkyrie 1500 lumen ones, where I would just buy the rail system and put on there, or just put it on a rail system if it came on the gun already. And I would, I kind of just got this one in the parts bin. This right here is one of the ends that go on one of the shotguns. I believe this was changed out most recently when I had those 1+ extensions added on the firearms. It came off of one of the firearms. We're almost at the bottom of the bag here. Parts galore. This is another shotgun end, well, firearm end. This one, I do recognize it. This one came off of the synthetic wood stock firearm because it was the only one that had this little the sling attachment to it. This here is a gun lock. It goes over the trigger on the firearm. Safeguards it so no one can pull the trigger. We got another bore snake. This one is for 5.56 millimeter or 223. So I bought it with intentions on using it with the M&P 15. Another lock, and it's by one of my favorite companies, Master Lock. More cleaning rags. Let's see, this is those spare parts to go to, it's a choke that goes into one of the shotguns, another choke that goes in the shotgun. This is a lock that goes over the trigger. And also another choke that goes in the shotgun as well, kind of in this well lubricated bag, got a little grease stain on it. This is one of the rail systems. This is a 2-inch rail system that goes on any firearm that has the M-lock. The M-lock where you can attach it to. Let's see, we got a pair of hemostats here. I kind of added this in myself. This is not an official gun part. It's a tool that I kind of added in there. We got another, I guess a little Velcro something. More instructions. Okay, we have a foregrip. This is one of the foregrips that goes like on the very bottom of the, on the firearm preferably like a shotgun or so. But basically, it goes on the bottom so that when you rack it, your hand doesn't slip off of the bottom of the pump action. You can also attach it to a AR rifle as well, just to have a better grip. I think I had that on the M&P pistol that I used to have, M&P 15 pistol. More Velcro. You have some plastic torque wrenches here. Got 2 of them. Got some instructions by True Glow. I do have a True Glow sight on one of my firearms. I believe it's on the M&P 15. I got a spring here. I'm not sure where exactly the spring come from, but found it in the bottom of the bag. This is another back strap. It either goes to the pistol, the M&P 15 pistol, M&P 15, maybe the M&P 10 or the M&P 12. But typically Smith & Wesson is good about sending like 2 or 3 back strap that goes on the pistol grip. It's the palm swell. That's the official word that they call it, a palm swell. They'll send about 2 or 3 of these because not everybody's hands are made alike. Some need a bigger palm swell, some need a smaller one to get a comfortable grip on the firearm. Let's see, this right here is more instructions as well. Assembly instructions for the shell holders, those shell carriers. If you remember the video I shot about all defense shotguns hold 6 rounds on their shell holder, and I have the Archangel side saddle that holds 7 rounds. These are the instructions how to apply those too. If you also remember the video about all homeowners own only one defense shotgun, and I had about 14 of them lined up on the wall. Well, not saying that all 14 of them got an Archangel shell holder, but I know about 12 of them at least got them because they was all Remington 870s, and I had a little protocol. I would buy a shell holder for every Remington 870. Let's see, this is a couple of torque wrenches. It goes into, I think it comes with the old lights. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, this right here. This is gun oil from my favorite little gun store. One day, I guess they was giving away that for free, and they happened to give me one. I've been shopping there for a while and was kind of surprised that they gave away gun oil. This is some kind of pen. I'm not sure exactly where it goes to. If anybody recognizes it, please comment. But it is a little pen that goes into one of the guns. I'm not sure where exactly. I never said I was a certified gunsmith. Let's see, we got another, the bag got a little hole in it, but basically we got another bag with torque wrenches as well. Got a sewing kit for Full Mosa. Full Mosa is a company that makes the belly bands. I have 3 belly bands. I keep 2 of them in the house, and I keep 1 of them in the car. Reason being is because I don't want to have one belly band wear out and then that's just it. But the reason I keep 1 in the car is because sometime when I get off work, I may decide I want to go grocery shopping, may have to take the car in for repairs or something. I still want to be safe and be able to defend myself in the event of, and so I'll have a belly band in the back of the car. I can just strap it on after work, and whatever firearm that I carry with me, I can just put it on the side and conceal carry impromptu. But basically, the reason I like these Formosa belly bands is because you have a place to put 1 firearm, and this is the right side. Place to put 1 firearm on the left side if you choose to dual concealed carry. And then you have a place to put a magazine. You have another little pouch here. I guess you could hang something off the side. You have another place on the right side where you could put another magazine, and then another little pass-through type where you can hang some off your pouch as well. And then when all this is said and done, there's a place where you can put your cell phone at as well. That's the reason why I like the Formosa, because I do put my cell phone, it sits directly in front of me. Since the belly band does take away a portion of your, I guess, upper pants portion, to where you can't always get down in your pockets, you know, as easily. And see, this here is more instructions, and I've got plenty of these. This is instructions for the Olight. And I got plenty of those. I kind of grouped them all together in a big pile of instructions before I just drop it to the floor. And I got a couple of set of keys here. These are keys for the revolvers. All of my revolvers have keys to where you can lock them up, you know, so that no one can take the firearm and pull the trigger and use it. And that is it. That's an empty bag. Now, that's just what I do with my spare parts. Different owners have different purposes, and they have different reasons, or they do different things with their spare parts. But this is what I do with mine. I just kind of stockpile them. I might go through them and see which ones went to firearms that I got rid of, and I might can get rid of those parts. But for the majority, most of the stuff will be with me, because a lot of it is cleaning supplies. I may not need, 50 copies of the same instructions, but I could keep one or two of them. Smith & Wesson do send similar instruction manuals for their revolvers, and then they send them for their semi-autos as well. But that's it as far as whatever happens to the spare parts that's playing in the background while your firearm collection is playing in the foreground. Now, we can kind of go through a tour of the firearms as well. And we'll kind of start off here with my primary protector. If you remember, when I was trying to get these firearms with the heat shields and the extensions, I also took this one in. That's the one I had the foregrip to replace. I wanted to put it back to its original form, since the other ones was, with the Rapture hand grips. And unfortunately, the hand grip didn't fit this one, so I'm still in the market for the factory hand grip. I do have the bushing, just need the proper hand grip for it. But it is my, primary, home defense. Holds 5 rounds. It's got 5 rounds in its side saddle. I didn't choose that side saddle. That's what it came with. It was a used firearm. I bought it off the website. That's what it came with. I do like the fact that it holds at least exactly the amount that it would hold inside of the magazine tube. And also got an Olight, 1500 lumens. We'll start from the bottom. This tallest one here is a Remington Versamax. Tactical Versamax has the Olight as well, 1500 lumens. The one next to it here, Tactical DM Remington 870, and then I have the Magpul Furniture DM 870. I do have the Remington 870 Marine Magnum. This is the side folder. It has the special little stock that folds to the side here. And this one here is just a pistol grip right here. It's the pistol grip Remington 870. This here is side folder here. As you can see, if you pull up, it's kind of hard to do it one-handedly, but if you pull up on it, it folds to the side as such. It folds on this side, and it folds in a downward angle so it doesn't affect the ejection of the shell. The side does, the stock is kind of aimed a little bit lower than the shell ejection port. This here is my Stoeger double defense. This is it's got the O-light. This is a over-under shotgun. It has a tactical rail system that runs the length of both sides here. 16-inch barrel. And I have a different type of side saddle for it. I have the one that I think is a Bulldog. It's a leather one that kind of ties onto the stock of the shotgun. I think the company is called Bulldog. This one here is my triple barrel. It's the Charles Daly Triple Honcho. It has a rail system on the bottom, and then I did put the O-light on the bottom as well. It's got the same side saddle here. It holds 6 rounds. That's the only downside, but I like the way that it looks, you know, with the lacing on it and everything. I guess maybe I could have got some of these shotguns out the way here so that I can show you what's behind some of the shotguns, especially the taller ones here. I kind of tip this over a little bit, but basically going from left to right, like how we read, I have my 59 series full size, 5903, 5906, 5906 TSW models, 5923s. I do have 5946. They're one-off serial number. One is 1821, the other one's 1822, so they're twins basically. In the back here, I do have a 69 series, and let's see what this one is. This one is a 3913 TSW with the O-light, 600 lumens. And then after that is the 69 series, like 6906, 6926, 6946. And while I was mentioning about the hand grips on this 6906 model, this is the whole hand grip right here. It's the rubber texture one. It gives it more of a fuller feel in the hand. Makes it a lot more comfortable, offsets a little bit of more recoil, and I just like the way it looks on it. A lot of these TSWs I did change out those hand grips, and I think I caused a little domino effect leading into the compact size 40 calibers, but just to kind of, you know, to kind of continue here, we have the compact 40 calibers, 4013 models, pretty much. Some do have the rail system. Some don't have the rail system. No, those are the 69s. Here go the 40s right here. And this one has a rail system on it right there. And it has this O-light as well. Then this is the long slide, the 5.5-inch barrel, 4006 model. I did choose to keep the original hand grip on it. Yep, I chose to keep the original hand grip. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. This is a 10 millimeter series. This is the 1006. That's my 1006, 1066, and 1076. This one here is my long slide. I did choose to keep the original hand grip on it. This is the 5.5 inch barrel 4006 with the browlie bushing on it. And then across the front here, we have like the 4006, 4006 TSW, 4026, 4046, 4046, 4046 TSW here, 4046 with the Crimson Trace. Those are basically my full size 40 calibers. And then as we go to the second row here, well, we'll go back down here. What's hanging, this is the, with the extension, 1+ extension. That's TAC 14 synthetic wood. And the one right above it is Marine Magnum. I didn't do as many modifications to it. I just added the 7-shot shell holder, because I didn't want to take away the look from the Marine Magnum. And then on the second shelf, we have the 45 calibers. This is the 4506 here. 4506-1. That's the one that's featured in Training Day that Denzel Washington had. And then we have like the 4526. Reason I don't have a aftermarket Hogue hand grip, I got the plastic on it here because it has a decocker on the frame, as you can see right there. Decocker on frame. So the Hogue hand grip won't fit that particular model. And then after that, we got the 4066 aluminum frame with it's a TSW with the flashlight. And then my other 40 caliber here, another 4566. And that's what that one is also, 4566. I got 2 of those. Both got Hogue hand grips as well. Let's see here. This one is the 4566, the regular version here. Rubber hand grip. Those are aluminum frame. And then lastly, we have here is a 4586 Hogue hand grip. The ones in the back, we have a 4516 in the back there. On this side here, we have our 1911s. And like I said, I do have 10 of those. Most of them are Elite Series. I have a couple of them, or one of them here. That's a Performance Center. As you can see, the Teridium sight there. Things are like several, in the dark, they look like several set of eyes staring back at you in the dark. And then hanging up above the 45s, we have in the foreground, I have the original TAC 14 with this heat shield and extension as well. In the background, it's got extension as well. It's got its heat shield. This is the TAC 14 DM model. Okay, on the top shelf here, we have our revolvers. Going from right to left, we got a couple of 986s. This one here is the one that I'm gonna have to test fire here. It's the newest one in the collection. That's the one I bought the Blaze ammo for. And then this is the 586 357 Magnum with the Crimson Trace light, or Crimson Trace laser, I mean. And then these 3 are 686 models. Then this is a 627. It's a 8-shot 357 Magnum. Just had to have one. This here is the 629 44 Magnum. This is the one that the gentleman had. This one that came with the gentleman bought the fuzzy holster for. I guess he had his reasons to conceal carry it if he did. But with my selection, 44 Magnum is quite powerful. This here is a 460 Smith & Wesson 460. I've shot it before, but I haven't filmed a YouTube video. I will film that one day. We firing that one, and of course we have the infamous Smith & Wesson 500. This is the one that I did get some good comments on as far as technique in firing it without, being a victim to its recoil. Over here in the corner, you might have wondered what that is. That's just to take some of the moisture out of the air. It's made by Remington. I guess that's what made me buy it. You plug it in, and I'm probably going to have to plug it in here pretty soon. But it's got a little plug here at the bottom. You plug it in, and as you hear this sound, it has some little beads that dries out. And when the beads dry out, you unplug it and you just set it up in the closet. And it just takes the moisture out of the air, so you don't have any rust and corrosion, that kind of stuff, or rust in your firearms. In the very last, or the very top part here, in the foreground, we have an M&P 15. Crisscross from the M&P 15 in the, I guess, middle background, we have the M&P 10. And then in the very back, and you probably just see the barrel portion, that's the M&P 12. Let's see, that's the trigger to the M&P 12. And it's kind of hard. That's the tail end of it right there. The only reason I haven't put a shell holder on it for two reasons. Number one, that thing holds 14 rounds in both magazine tubes. And it holds 1 round in the chamber. So it holds a total of 15 rounds. So 15 rounds is quite a bit. Number two, the reason I don't put the any type of shell holder, because I haven't found one that attaches to the side of it for the M&P 15. And number two, the leather one that's on my non-Remington version shotguns, they won't fit the butt portion of the M&P 12. Also, that's where you load the shells inside of the M&P 12 is from the bottom portion, like up under there. You load them in from the bottom of the rear of the gun. In the very back, the very top here, this has been up here for a little while, but basically this is a bore snake for a 12 gauge shotgun. It's called, let's see here, that's the name of it, shotgun cleaning tool. But that's basically the firearm collection after it's been streamlined. Like I said, I had 99 firearms at one point up until about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. Then I started streamlining some of my repeat firearms where I had bought and I had 2 models of, and like just some nice to haves. I got it down to about 75 now. That's it with the firearms. I do have what I call If you don't mind this mess here, everything that's on this little round piece, I call it a carousel of ammo. Basically, it's when I do pick one of my firearms I want to conceal carry, I'll pull whatever. This is 9mm, 40, 45, and this one is 38 special. I think this one is 10mm. But that's 10mm as well. And this one's 38 special here. But whatever firearm I have, I'll pull from this little selection of ammo. I have the speed loader for the 44 Magnum, which I don't conceal carry 44 Magnum or 10mm, but it's just nice to have it up there. This is for the 986 9mm rounds. And then underneath are 38 special 357s. And then we have the magazines, because I always carry 2 magazines when I conceal carry. This is for the compact 9s, like the 69 series, and this is for the full size, like the 59 series. These are compact 40s, full size 40s. In the very back, we have, speed loaders and moon clips for various 38 special 357s, whatever. These are 1911 magazines as well. And then I have a couple of 12 gauge ammo right there. And I have some 5.56. And then behind that, and I probably forgot to mention some of this too, we have hearing protection. Got some revolver loaders as well to load the revolver moon clips. Got an extra flashlight here. Got a little cap that goes on the I do have some like a 50 round drum for the 5.56. This is one of the caps that goes over the opening, and Magpul do suggest that you keep your little cap to help protect it as well. And then I do have a little bit nearsighted, so I do have prescription glasses for my shooting glasses as well. And that's pretty much it as far as the behind the scenes of a massive gun collection. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, I appreciate all comments. If you have any ideas on something I could do a little bit different, or something I could do better or more tactical or whatever, feel free to comment. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscriptions. Y'all have a very blessed day. One Man Militia out.